Today, in this webinar for Vietnamese admissions, we have a group of panelists speakers to present on the university admissions in Vietnam. And to start, let me introduce myself again. I'm the Regional Manager for Higher Education for Southeast Asia and Pacific. And I have with me my colleague, Melvin Lim. Melvin, if you want to raise up your hand, he is the Senior Country Manager for Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. He will be co-moderating session with me. And following his presentation, we will have speakers from 3 different universities. To start, we have Mr. Tuan Pan, and he is the Associate Manager for Student Recruitment at British University, Vietnam. We will follow that with Dr. Ho Thuy Ngoc from the Foreign Trade University. She is the Dean of Faculty of International Education. And finally, before our Q&A, we will have Ms. Nguyen Nguyen from RMIT Vietnam, and she is the Senior Manager International. Welcome on board our panel of speakers, and welcome all the attendees. Let me just start by giving a quick introduction to the university situation in Vietnam. In case you want to check, I would encourage all of you to check out the recognition database at recognition.cambridgeinternational.org, and there is a listing of all the different universities in Vietnam that has given us the recognition statement. The latest one, actually, thank you so much, Foreign Trade University, for your recognition. And this is something to add on to the list of what you have here from British University, Vietnam, all the way down to Vietnam German University. So I remember when I first came on board 5 years ago, we only have 1 university, which is VUV, but now we have extended the list quite a bit. Yeah. So I'm very happy. And moving on, I would like to invite my colleague Melvin to give an overview of situation in Vietnam. Melvin, the floor is yours, please.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody, as well as to my fellow panelists from the 3 universities. Today I'd just like to share a little bit about the current situation in Vietnam to provide the context of where we are heading. It's good to know that I joined Cambridge around 8 years ago, and since then there's been lots of changes as well as teaching of foreign programs in school system. And fortunately, due to the understanding of the ministry as well as what parents want in the educational system, there has been quite a number of positive change, especially from the ministry side. Decree 86 was actually passed on 1st August 2018, which encouraged more schools to actually offer integrated program. And that's a combination between the Vietnamese educational program and a foreign program. In this case, we are talking about the Cambridge International Program. And recently, of course, there is also development in the sense that the ministry continue to allow universities to set their own admission policies. And of course, that includes allowing universities to accept students which are studying foreign curriculum in high schools to take local university as well as college entrance exam if the curriculum is recognized in their home country and is at the same level as in Vietnam. Now, Cambridge is a program that is well recognized. It's from the UK, and the ministry is fully aware of the program that we're offering here. Now, the other 2 things that are adding to the combination of the popularity of programs is that right now we have more and more private schools and bilingual schools that are offering the Cambridge program. And around 3 years ago, Hanoi People's Committee actually started a pilot project in which 2 of the high schools, in this case, Juvang Ang High School and Hanoi Amsterdam High School, as well as 6 other secondary schools were invited to be part of the pilot project. So right now we have students, some of them who are studying in your schools, or some of them may be parents right now attending these sessions that could be part of the private schools, bilingual schools, or state school system. And more importantly is this year itself, unfortunately, the COVID situation has happened. There are impact on people's ability to travel overseas for work for study as well as living overseas. And that itself is, I think, causing some parents and students to reconsider the choice of their foreign education, is whether or not to go overseas to go for their undergraduate program. Interestingly, I think Vietnam has done very well in terms of controlling the COVID situation. And because of that, I believe there is a possibility that there will be more Vietnamese students intending to stay behind Vietnam to learn in the local university, which is why we are having this event. And also there's a possibility due to the kind of continuous improvement of the business environment in Vietnam that maybe foreign students would like to come here and know more, not just to learn about the educational part, but learn about the culture and business aspect of living in a country. So moving on, thanks Kamal for pushing me on. So Cambridge position right now for the June exam is that we will not be organizing the June exam, mostly to protect the safety of the students and teachers, but instead we will work with schools to offer fair grade using alternative assessment method, such that students can move on with their educational journey. So we are asking schools in this case to collaborate with us and collect evidence and then make certain judgments about what students would achieve in terms of grades wise for both the IGCSE and the A level. So the next slide itself, yes, the next slide will talk about the 4-step process briefly, that what schools are doing to actually provide the grades to Cambridge, and then for Cambridge to issue the necessary certificate to the students. Firstly, the schools themselves and the teachers will work and to provide a suitable grade for the students. And then based on that itself, once that grading process has been done, the school will actually rank the order of the students according to the highest attaining to the lowest attaining for each grade itself. Then after that has been done, the head of department will confirm the grades, and followed by the head of the center will confirm both the predicted grade and the rank order. So with this information, Cambridge, together with the past statistical data, as well as some other analysis, we will actually confirm the result, as well as, if necessary, check with schools on what sort of evidence has been used to make this judgment. Next slide, please. Now, moving forward, we believe that due to the current circumstances, this is the most fair and valid approach in terms of trying to help students move ahead with their studies. And fortunately, in this process-wise, what we are doing, we are not just doing it by ourselves, but we are doing it in discussion and collaboration with various kind of government, especially the UK government. And we have worked very closely to inform all our university partners of what's happening. So the certificate that's issued for the June 2020 exam will look the same and have the same value as in other series. And we totally hope that the universities will understand the whole process. And so far, the feedback from the various universities have been really, really positive about the assess grade option. Right. So with that itself, I come to the end of my session, and what we'd like to do is, more importantly, is invite our panelists, starting from Mr. Tuan Ang Pham, who's the Associate Manager from the British University, Vietnam, to share with us his university's view on the admission of students during this challenging time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you a lot, Marvin. I would like to share my screen so I can talk about my information easier. Okay, so start sharing. Okay, so can I ask if you see my slide? Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so once again, I would like to thank for the opportunities for present here today and talk to you about our university and also the choice that you may have if you want to study in such British environment in Vietnam like UV. Okay, so should we start? So firstly, we would like to really proud saying that we are the only and the first university right now in Vietnam that can provide a 100% British degree and British education environment. We have been in Vietnam for more than 10 years and achieving a lot of success. And also we are proudly like welcome 8 cohort to that. The mission that will be very clear. We exist to deliver 2 missions. Firstly, to deliver in Vietnam a certified British degree and with the highest quality international learning environment. And secondly, we would like to create the graduate with talented discover, explorer, and to be creative, to grow and to like achieve success in this 4.0 era. Okay, so why British degree? I think I can see that most of you in this webinar already like have been chosen the British degree for the past education. We have to agree that British degree has a teaching quality, had a worldwide reputation, had a wide variety of choices, and also the degree from British also is the best for English language. I mean, in terms of the language, then British degree should be the one who really puts a strong focus on how to improve English and make the most out of it. So currently, we will be a partnership with UOL, the University of London, and Staffordshire University, and we have been doing that for more than 10 years. And they are both very reputable schools in the UK, and they are welcoming thousands of students every year to study from all over the world. Okay, so at BUV right now, we have 3 different programs: the foundation study, the undergrad programs, and the postgraduate programs. For the foundation study, they can study either IELTS courses for like preparing for the English ability, or they can study the 1 out of 2 pathway program for Staffordshire or the University of London. For the choice for undergrad program, we have currently providing 11 different programs divided into 4 schools: School of Hospitality and Tourism, School of Art, School of Management, and finally School of Computer Science. So whenever, whatever the choice you want to make in the future, then PUB is very proud that we can provide a suitable choice for you. After graduation of bachelor degrees, you can choose to study the MBA program, also currently provided at UB. Okay, so right now I would like to talk about 5 things that I'm mostly proud of the university. Okay, so firstly about the facility of UB. Secondly, the strong academic support. Thirdly, the career service and postgraduate support. Fourth, the financial and scholarship support. And finally, this is about the student experience. Okay, so we have moved our new campus in 2018 to Eco Park resident area, which cover a size of 6.5 hectares, and we can host up to 7,000 students in our campus. And the total investment of the new campus is $70 million. You can see some of the picture of the campus on the screen. Also, we are providing a lot of transportation support for the students, so they can travel from anywhere in Hanoi, in the center of Hanoi, to BUB campus. Okay, secondly, for the academic support, there are 4 things I would like to mention. Firstly, we're following the QA to UK quality assurance system, so we can make sure that everything about the learning environment and also the program are certified and so strictly follow a UK standard. Okay. Secondly, we providing 100% international faculty, which is the only university in Vietnam right now can provide that. So the student have the feeling, the experience, and also the international mindset. Thirdly, we have a personal tutor system, which means that the student, when they come to BV, they can work with the personal tutor for during 3-year program, so they can help them to achieve the success of personal plan. And finally, it's about the transfer program. So after 1 or 2 years study at UB, they can choose to transfer their study to the UK, or actually wherever you want, like in the US, in the Canada, or Australia, for example. Okay. The third dimension I would like to talk about will be about the student life and community service. We had a lot of cultural exchange with add the international element to the life of students at UB. We had like more than 15 student clubs, and like for the last year we host more than 300 student club activity, so they can enjoy in average one like activity per day, which is impressive, right? Apart from the club, we also providing free extracurricular activity and classes. For example, if students want to learn a new language, they can to study Japanese, Korean, or Mandarin, or they can study graphic design, they can study the certificate for finance accounting when they study at UB for free. Okay, the fourth dimension is the internship program and the career support. So right now we are partnership with more than 300 partners in different fields and areas. And so that enables to provide the internship program for the student when they are just the first year student. So during 3 years of studying at UB, they can take up to 5 full-time internship programs, which is impressive. That's explain why we had 100% of employment rate within 3 months after graduation for the last 3 years. If they choose to study the master degree right after graduating at UB, they can choose to study at UB, or they can choose to study anywhere in the world. So in the screen is some of the destination of students for the last year. They can be US, the Canada, Sweden, France, UK, Australia. Okay. The financial benefit, which is the last thing I want to mention, compared to study the same degree with the same environment in the UK, US, or Australia, then you can save up to 70% of the cost if you study the same program at UB. And we also provide a lot of like scholarship opportunities for the student when they come to study at UB, whether they are Vietnamese student or they are international student. Okay, and the last thing, actually, one of the additional thing I would like to emphasize, apart from providing an international environment, prestige degree for the student, we also put a strong focus on provide Vietnam core value and respect the core value of Vietnamese people. So we treasure the history, we treasure the education system of the country, and also we provide a lot of like activity to put something back to the community. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation about UB. During the COVID-19 period, we are welcoming a lot of students, especially students who study the Cambridge program back to Vietnam. So actually, we follow the same rule, we follow the same system that the other UK university is doing. So we take the new grading system of Cambridge and we accept that, and we try to be flexible. We try to support the student, especially if the student who studies the UK system before, then it would be very easy to be accepted at UB. Yeah, thank you for listening. Okay, back to you, Kama or Melvin.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tuan, for his presentation. Next, we would like to invite Dr. Ho Thuy Ngoc, Dean of the Faculty of International Education from the Foreign Trade University, to present on her part. Dr. Ngoc.
Hello, everyone. I have to say that this is a really good chance for students, for universities, and for high school to attend this event, because we have received a lot of questions and concerns from them since the starting of the pandemic and since the announcement of the cancellations of, the Cambridge examinations. I have prepared the presentations about foreign trade university, but with the focus on what we can offer to the student studying your program. You guys, can you tell me that whether you can see my screen? Is it okay? Okay, perfect. So the Foreign Trade University has 3 campuses throughout the countries: Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Quang Ninh. So you can see that wherever you want to study with Foreign Trade University, it is very easy for you. If you are in the north, you go to Hanoi. If you're in the south, you go to Ho Chi Minh City. And if you are in the middle of the countries, you can go to Quang Ninh province, where it's one of the 7 wonders of the world there. And the majors in the foreign trade universities you can see on the slide. However, for Cambridge degrees, we welcome you to our international programs. And international programs are under the supervisions of the faculties of international education. And you can see on the slide, we were established in 2008. And we run 9 bachelor's degree and 2 master degrees programs. And the interesting thing is that wherever you are, you can join the international programs with the FTUs. Now, I don't think you guys have enough time to look at all the information on the slide, so we put it available on our website, on our fan page, and we put it in by language. So we do understand that some parents, they cannot read English, so we provide Vietnamese versions for you. You can see that we have 9 bachelor programs with partners from all over the world, not only partners from the UK. Some students may be interested in studying with Japan. You have the law and business program. Some are interested in Taiwan, or some interested in Canada or US. We welcome you. And the majors are so diversified. It can be economics, it can be business administrations, or it can be like international hotel management. So it's up to you to choose which one you think the most suitable for you. And the most important thing that you should know about the programs, international programs in FTUs, is that you are free to choose when you want to study and where you want to study. You can study full program in Vietnam, or you can transfer to our partners' campuses anytime. It can be like 1+3, 2+2, 3+1, or 4+0. So I think 4+0 really fits with the situations of the pandemic. And our partners do understand and do share with the concerns of the students about the, the impossibility to transfer during the pandemic. So we provide different ways of study to students, online, or transfer them to another program, although they can choose to delay the program, or they can continue their program. We provide a lot of choices for the student to choose. And all these programs are recognized by the Ministry of Education and Training in Vietnam. So upon your graduations, wherever in Vietnam or in our partners' campus, if you need the recognitions from the Vietnamese government, you can take these degrees awarded by our partners to the Quality Assurance Department of the Ministry of Education and Training for recognitions without any difficulty. Next, I think the most concerned and that students and parents want to know, what do we accept? What is admission criteria for those programs? For sure, high school graduate is in need. Besides, A-level certificate is accepted. And we understand that this year, the student cannot provide A-level in time. So we will work closely with Cambridge examinations organizations to provide the best condition for the student. And in order to prove their language ability to study the program, they just need to show IELTS at least from 5.5 or equivalent TOEFL. For Japanese program, if you have N3 Japanese certificate, it is welcome. So if you have such language certificate, you can skip the foundation year and you are welcome to the main course. Kindly look carefully at the applications procedures. Applicants for international program in FTU can be either Vietnamese or foreigners. We do have a huge number of foreign students studying with us. So we do provide the online submissions. Now, if you guys look, you can see the deadline application is the 31st of July, and you may raise a question, why 31st of July when the high school graduations examinations will not be done? We want to assure you that once you graduate the high school or you are sure about the ability of getting A-level, you will be able to study with us. So after you apply, you have a good emotions, you will feel confident, you will feel relieved attending any exam later. And then you have time to provide full submissions of papers by the 8th of September 2020. Now for A-level student, I do understand that the nearest examination for you is in October or November. It will be no problem at all. If you provide us all the information except A-level, we can provide you the conditional letter of offer, and it will turn into unconditional letter of offer right after you submit to us your A certificate, A-level certificate. So don't worry, feel relieved for the pathway ahead. And the most important thing, you need to think carefully, what do you want? What do you want to study? What do you want to be in the future? And which environment do you want to join for your 3 or 4 years of undergraduate time? The environment is very important. And Foreign Trade University, I don't think I need to explain, but you know, it is well known as one of the leading university in terms of academic and extracurriculum, with more than 70 clubs, extra class activities clubs. I'm sure that we can provide to you good environment to equip you enough skills, soft skills, to join the international or regional human resource market. Now, these are the important dates that I would like you and your parents to pay attention to. And can you imagine when you applied on 31st of July, 2 months later, you will be in the opening ceremony with us, and you don't have to worry anything. And in order to let you get to know to the university, we have 1 week for orientations. And you will be issued Foreign Trade University student card, which can be applied to any student for sure. So please note this date in mind. And again, A-level certificate student, you don't have to worry at all. Provide all what you need as explained by the Cambridge, and then follow our instructions. You will be with us for sure. And I would like to provide you the contacting point in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. You have phone, you have email, and you have website. Feel free to visit us or to contact us, and we are happy to answer you. And remember, our first priority is your futures of studying. Thank you. So now I stop sharing.
All right, thank you, Dr. Nyok, for presenting on behalf of Foreign Trade University International Education. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Bing to one Senior Manager for RMIT to present about her university. Please, Swan.
Thank you very much, Melvin. It is my pleasure to be here today with the Cambridge team and others. So I will share a little bit about RMIT and especially how RMIT Vietnam accept the Cambridge A-level. Let me share my screen here. Okay, you see my screen, right? Welcome to RMIT Green Campus. This is us. Why RMIT? RMIT is ranked on the top 15 university for graduate employability by QS World University Ranking. And we are the top 100 university in electronic, engineering, communication, business. We are top 1% top university in the world. And I have to confirm that RMIT accept Cambridge A-level to study in RMIT Melbourne or RMIT Vietnam or both. And what is the study option that RMIT offer right now? You can see that we have different options for the student. They can study all of their 3 years in RMIT Vietnam. And of course, they can pay RMIT Vietnam fee, which is about $12,500 US per year. Or they can choose to study all of their program in Australia. And of course, they need to pay Australia fee on this, which is about 35 Australian dollar per year. And another option is they study at RMIT Vietnam and pay Vietnam fee, but they can have up to 1 year exchange to our partner all over the world. We have over 200 partner institutions in 44 countries, including the USA, Canada, Europe, and the student can use their year 2 or even year 3 to do the exchange and still pay only RMIT Vietnam fee. And they have experience in this country for 1 semester or 2 semesters, up to 1 year. And another option that we are promoting is, we call it dual campus, which means the students study in both campus. They start with RMIT Vietnam, and then they transfer to RMIT Australia. And with this solution, the student can have 2 years full-time study in Australia. And with this, the student can receive, after this, the student can receive the post-study work right for 2 years, working in Australia. So it is a good solution for those who want an experience, working experience in Australia. And at the moment, we have some students come that they plan to go to study overseas, but with COVID-19, they cannot fulfill their dream to study abroad as their plan. They can start to study with RMIT first. They can do 1 semester or 2 semesters or even 1 full year. And what RMIT can offer is we look at their chosen university program, and we recommend the courses that can help the student to transfer their credit into their university overseas. And we may help, we can provide all the course syllabus so that the institution here can access the credit upfront for the student. We can help connect the student with the institution, or the student can connect themselves, but with the support of all the course syllabus that we provide, so that they can know upfront that whether they can get the course exempted or not. And we also partner with Cal State University, California State University. So they student RMIT, they can study at RMIT Vietnam for 1 year and then transfer that credit, 1 year credit, into Cal State University in Monterey Bay, and then study the rest 3 years in the US and get the California State degree as well. And as I said, we accept UK Cambridge A level. So what is the requirement, the entry requirement for Cambridge A level? We have at RMIT, we have Bachelor program or UniStart. UniStart is a pathway. And for Bachelor program, we require 3 A-level subjects with the score of 7 points. The 7 point is calculated like A is 5 for the score of A is equivalent to 5. B is 4, C is 3, D is 2, and E is 1. So which means that a student have 3 A-level subject of C, D, D, then they can be admitted to directly to our bachelor program. And for those who want to study engineering and IT program, we require the maths in A level of C grade or above. For those that cannot meet this entry requirement, then if they have 2 A level, then and 1 AS subject, then we require 4 points only. So they can have 1D and 2E for these 3 courses, and we can admit to UniStart. I will explain a little bit about UniStart later. Regarding English, if they have studied A-level subject with a C grade in any subject, exclude language subject and math and music, then we accept them with English. They can get English exemption and they can go direct. We even accept IGCSE English score. For those who study first English or English literature, we require C or better. Those who study second language of English, then we receive B or better. And the point is for those who with IGCSE, it have to be completed within 2 years before the commencement date. I explain also at RMIT, this is the official score of Cambridge. But right now, with their official score, RMIT also accept forecast. We accept forecast result. Forecast result issued by the high school. With forecast result, we require higher point. For example, to direct to bachelor, we require 10 points for 3 A-level subject and 7 points for 2 level and 1 AS for UniStart. English is the same. Okay. And if you have any question, then you can ask me later. And this is the typical program. How can I move this one? Okay. This is the typical bachelor program at RMIT Vietnam. We are 3 years bachelor degree, and we have 3 semesters a year. So every semester, students study 3 courses. So they can complete 24 courses, and also they can use the last semester for internship. And what is UniStart? UniStart, we accept UniStart with lower IL of 5.5, while the bachelor is 6.5 IL, no band below 6, and for UniStart. But for those who meet English requirement here, then they don't need to study any English course in UniStart, which means the students study only 3 courses, academic courses, if they miss their English requirement, as I mentioned above. So they study 3 courses here, and then they start bachelor with these 3 courses exempted. So even they start UniStart, they have the total duration and total cost tuition the same with those who go directly. just the first semester, they end up in UniStart as a pathway. Okay. And I would like to tell you a little bit more about Rmit Campus and our program. Rmit, we have 5 campuses, 2 campuses in Vietnam, Saigon South and Hanoi. And in Melbourne, we have 3 campuses in Melbourne City, in Brunswick, in Pandora. I will show some photo for your information. This is our Saigon South campus, our library, is our main building. This is the accommodation residential center, and it's our lab room. And this is our Hanoi campus, and some photo about Melbourne campus, Pandora, and Brunswick. And at Rmit Melbourne, we have over 450 programs at Rmit Melbourne. From architecture, art, design, to engineering, gaming, health science, education, of course, a lot of business, communication, and design. It's a lot of program at Rmit Melbourne. But at Rmit Vietnam, we have 18 programs. We have 4 schools. We have School of Business and Management with program in economic finance, international business, management, logistics, supply chain, tourism and hospitality, digital marketing, digital business, a very new program, and the human resource management. And for our science and technology school, we have 4 programs, electrical, electronic, software engineering, robotic, and mechatronic. These engineering programs are honor programs, so it is 4 years. The rest are 3 years. IT also 3 years. And one of our hot program is professional communication. And we have fashion, design, and 2 design programs. And we have Bachelor of Languages, where students can study interpretation and translating on Japanese language. And one of our new program is digital and film and video. Besides, we also have the English school who teach English for the university. So this is our program structure. Usually typical 3 years program, and you can see that our year 1 is mostly for students to explore. Years 2 is for them to experience, and year 3 they start to engage. And our courses is very industry exposure, and we have simulation courses, and we have courses for students to engage with the industry. And we have capstone project, and the last semester, usually the work placement, internship for the student. So it is how a typical program degree at Rmit was designed. And we also partner with over 2,000 industry partners, and they are in our advisory board on some program as well. And we work with partners to build our program and to receive the projects for our students to work on. And one good news is Cambridge A-level result can be used to apply for Rmit scholarships. And we have this year, 2020, we have 64 undergrad scholarships for new students, and it's worth 100%, 50% or 25% of tuition fee for the full program of 3 years. And the total amount of this equivalent to 30 billion Vietnam dong or 1.3 million US dollar for this year. So for more information about scholarship, you can find it more, but I will show a little bit here. This may be small for you to look at, but you can see that we have the Vice Chancellor scholarship. We have 7 of them, and this is 100% tuition fee. And for A-level, we require A-level of 12 points only. Of course, with a lot of requirement here with the selection eligibility, they need to provide portfolio and many other things, but at least for other academic, it's required 12 points. And then we have other academic achievement or program in scholarship, in human resource program, digital scholarship, and creativity. We have different here. And the requirement A level from 7 point to 12 point. Then students can start to apply scholarship with us. Depend on the type of program they study. It depends on what is their interest. So they based on their A level, they can submit scholarship with us. What else? And the eligibility of the scholarship, the important date for scholarship is the deadline is 20th of July. The student have to apply for that, and they have how to apply page is on their website as well. And at RMIT Vietnam, we have 3 intake per year. We have February, June or July, and October. And in Melbourne, we have 2 intakes per year, February or March and July. For the key date, RMIT Vietnam key date for June intake, we will start our semester in the next 10 days, 29th of June. So right now, the student with A-level forecast result can start study with us in June. Some of the A-level students already submit and they got offer and we accept the forecast level and they can start study in next 2 weeks. Or they can wait until October intake and receive the official Cambridge A-level and they can start in 26th of October.
Ms. Wan, sorry, can I ask you to rush through your presentation, please? Thank you.
Yes.
May I ask you to conclude your presentation, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can I continue?
Yes.
That is my last slide.
Okay.
Contact. Yes, you can contact me myself or our team email here on my mobile. If you have any Q&A section, then we can start later.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's Ms. Wan from RMIT Vietnam. I want to go to our questions from the participants. We have the present questions. And I think for number 1, application admissions, with regard to admission tests and interviews, may I start by asking all 3 panelists, would your courses require admission tests and interviews? May I start with BUV first?
Yes, for us, we RMIT, we don't require admission tests. We just assess A-level score, as I explained before. No interview. We have, no interview for the undergrad bachelor program.
Thank you. What about FTU?
Well, as I explained in my presentation that we accept the A-level certificate and we do not require the interview except the program of international hotel management with the Vatel corporations in France.
Right.
We do have the interview, but that interview is not, it's the interview just to check whether they have a clear understanding about the program that they have chosen. That's all.
Right. Okay, thank you. BUV.
Okay, so our bachelor program, we don't require students to have any test or interview. But for just one program only, the International Preparation Program, the program accepts the student who complete the IGCSE, and for some cases, if the score is we doubt that the student can follow the International Preparation Program, then we can have an admission test of 4 subjects, international relation, economic, and an English essay. So with that test, we can see that if the student with the low score in IGCSE can enter the preparation program to finish the preparation program before they can join the bachelor program at UV. So that's the only program that requires the admission test if necessary.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is very popular for all the webinars that we organize. It's about the social distancing and the safety of the students in terms of the health safety in light of the COVID pandemic. Can you share with us what are your respective universities doing to tackle this issue? Maybe start again with RMIT.
Yes, Ray, our semester will start in 2 weeks, and we'll limit the number of the class of under 35 students, so that make sure that they have enough space between each student. Right now, we recommend that only those who have class come to the campus. Not yet open that many of the students come to the university at the same time, but only those who have class on the date. And then we still require mask wearing, and then we check temperature on the daily basis.
Yep. What about FTU? What are your safety measures?
Our partners, various partners from different continents in the world, and as required by the governments, relative government, they implement seriously and strictly all the procedures. And so far, we haven't received any information regarding to our students involving in COVID. All of them are safe there. And some of them already returned to Vietnam. For those who still stay there, they have been taken care by the partners.
Thank you, FTU. And BUV, what's your safety measures like for COVID-19?
Okay, so actually our semester start around like already in April, and also in welcoming a new semester in October. So for the April intake, we had done everything we can to make sure that our students are safe and healthy. So we done the temperature check every single day. We provide free masks for the students. They have to fill in the weekly, medical forms. So make sure that they understand their like health condition and everything. We also did we invested a lot in the online system learning. So in the social distancing period, the student can study at home and enjoy the full like quality as they study in the campus. But right now we come back, and we also provide a lot more like practice to make sure the student how to be like ensure, for example, in the class, maximum 20 students in class, and they also be check the temperature and give like medical advice every day.
Right. Thank you. We move on to the second set of questions about the Cambridge qualifications, AS and A levels. I think we heard from the speakers just now that all the universities, the presenters just now, will accept our new grading methodology for the June series. Am I right to say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for the AS level, I think for FTU it's very clear that you only accept A levels, and likewise for BUV you only accept A levels. In the case of RMIT Vietnam, can I check, would you be able to accept students from other countries with AS level only?
No, we accept 2 AS and 1 A level.
2 AS and 1 A levels.
Yes.
Right.
And
okay.
the total score we require is 4 points to get into a Unistart program.
To the Unistart program. All right, Ken. So that's answering. What about BUV? Just clarify BUV. Do you?
Okay, so the student who like did not complete A level but have the AS level and certificate, then they will be accepted at our university for bachelor program. But there are only one condition. When they study at BUV, they have to start a 6-week pathway program. So in that 6 week, they will study 4 different subjects to complete, to be equivalent to the A level. And then they can start the bachelor program after this 6-week period.
Sure. So this 6 week is like a bridging program.
Yeah,
right,
the bridging course. Absolutely.
Right. I think question number 3 is mostly applicable for FTU about English language. I think Ms. Wan and Tuan spoke about the IGCSE English already. I think for FTU, will you accept IGCSE English as first language or English language as proof of competency, or do you still expect the students to furnish IELTS, because IGCSE English is already benchmarked against the CFR?
Well, before 2 years ago, we did accept the IGCSE because we had a partner which is funding from high school where they, they have programs with the IGCSE, and then later they move into IELTS program. So, so far we still accept IGCSE with conditions.
Right, right. With this, I just want to check with Melvin. Melvin, do you have any particular questions with regard to Vietnamese schools? Because you meet them all the time, and we have a good panel of speakers here. Maybe you want to clarify some questions about.
I think the Vietnamese parents and students, most of them already have heard of EUV, RMIT, as well as FTU. So I don't think they have any question in particular.
Right.
But I do have a question, if there are any foreign students which are interested to apply to learn in any of the universities, what do you think, what advice or would you be able to give, or, any points that you'd be willing to share about what's the advantage of studying in Vietnam in any one of your institutions?
Yeah. Maybe we start with FTU, because FTU is, a very clearly Vietnamese university that, have hosted a lot of Vietnamese students. What do you see on this, Dr. Ngọc?
Well, for FTU, although we are Vietnamese university, but the program the student can be accepted is international program. So actually there's no difference between BUV or MIT with international program running in FTU. This is 100% programs imported from our partners. That's why we have to follow the requirements set by our partners. Right. So for UK program, there's no problem at all because they get used to a certificate and IGCSE, etc. For other partners like from the US and Canada or Japan or Taiwan, we always send them the document of the student and get their approval first. Right. But so far, there's no difficulty at all. I do believe that once a student can show academically the A-level certificate or the N language ability like IGCSE or IELTS, there will be no problem. And even if their IELTS is not, does not meet the requirement, they can study like a foundation year with us. So the most important thing is the academic size, the A-level certificate.
Yeah, I think you talk about the academic certificate, right? There's a question for you, FTU specifically. What is the minimum requirement for A-level students to enter FTU? A question on the question box.
Oh, that is a great answer. Our UK partners require C points for at least 3 subjects, any 3 subjects.
Oh, okay. Right. So that's quite straightforward on this.
Yes.
Melvin, do you have any last question? Otherwise, I'll have a final question for the panelists.
No, I don't have. Please continue. Yep. Come on.
One last question with regard to foreign students. Any of you, if they would like to study in Vietnam, will the visa application be an easy process for foreign students to come and live and, with visa? Are they allowed to work? These kind of things. We are very clear when it comes to the UK and Australia, but what about Vietnam? Any of you?
I can explain that. I can answer that question.
Sure.
International students come to Vietnam before COVID. It's hard to say now. Right now, the government don't issue any visa yet, very popular yet. So students can easily apply to us, and then RMIT will support the student with visa application, visa invitation letter. And the student just bring the visa invitation letter into the Vietnam embassy in their places, and then submit together with the application form. Then they can come back and pick up the visa in a week and pay some small fee there. So it's not much any difficulty.
Sure.
And Vietnam issue visa on annual basis, so yearly they issue the visa in 12 month period. And when the student would like to extend the visa, it's easily they go to our Rmit Connect, which is the student services hub at Rmit, and they provide information, passport and information. Then they come and pick up the visa extension in a week or two later. So it's simple and direct for students. And right now, Vietnam is not allow international student graduate to work yet. And RMIT Vietnam is work hard to lobby the government for that, because it's a good, when we recruit and international student to Vietnam, of course, this opportunity for them, they would like to have that opportunity to study and work here, but so far not yet for that. Although we can have the internship for them, we can do the internship. Sometimes they pay internship, but not yet job.
Right. Any other contributions from the panel?
Yeah, I can tell that every year we receive hundreds of foreign students to Vietnam to study, to our FTU to study. And we have, we assign specific person to support them with all the procedures.
Right.
Yeah, we share a similar method that FTU and RMIT have just shared. We had a student support office. We actually, we also assign 2 members to like specifically assist the international student, so they have any difficulty with the visa application, with any like thing to support themselves to be well with the life of Vietnam. Then those specific staff will in charge to help them. Yeah, so all the visa application, internship program, and everything. Yeah, even the like housing arrangement, so they can get well with the life of Vietnam easily. Actually, we are right now we located in the Eco Park residential area, which is one of the biggest and the greenest area near Hanoi. So this is a big like benefit for the student when they live here. On the international environment in BUV is one thing, but the area surrounding the campus is also very important. So they can have the feeling that they study in the UK completely with all the support in the school, so they can get well with the life, very quickly.
With that, thank you so much, panel of speakers, once again. Mr. Tuan, Dr. Ngoc, and Ms. Wan from RMIT. I do apologize for having to rush through your presentations because we have such a limited time. And although the number of participants here are quite limited, we do plan to share the information with all the schools in Vietnam, because we think that this information is very, very important, especially for those who are looking at the international programs and global exchange programs that many of our parents in Cambridge schools are interested in. With that, Melvin and I and Saliza would like to say thank you so much to all the participants as well as the panel. We do hope that the participants and any parents could reach out to the universities directly so that they can find more information. And certainly Melvin and I will be more than happy to connect with you again for the future webinars, seminars. And as I said, Melvin goes to Vietnam more than he is in Singapore. So please reach out to him if you have any question. Yeah. And with that, bye-bye and thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye-bye.